Welcome students, welcome to the Maths Academy. In our last sessions, we have started similarity lesson of the geometry. We have solved all the practice set and also cleared the concept of similarity, ratio of areas of similar triangle, basic property theorem, all the concept that we have here. Now let's go towards the practice of the lesson, that is the practice set we are going to start. Okay, now let's go towards the example that we have to solve for first 1 mark, 2 mark and 3 marks. Okay, so let's start with the question number 2. What is given in the question number 2? We have given that there is a triangle ABC in which B dash D dash C. Here BD is equal to 20 given to you and BC is equal to 20. Now we know that if B dash D dash C, it means BD plus DC is equal to BC. If BD plus DC is equal to BC. So to find the DC, you have to subtract this BD from the BC. So DC is equal to BC minus BD, since B dash D dash C. So here BC is equal to 20, we have given, BD is equal to 7, you have given, so therefore DC is equal to 30. Okay, now if you observe the carefully the two triangle, or actually there are the three triangles here, triangle ABD, smaller triangle ADC and the triangle ABC, bigger triangle. All the three triangles have the same height. Okay, so by using the concept, we have to find the ratio of areas of the triangles. The triangles are not similar, so we have to use the ratio of areas of two triangles. That is, ratio of areas of two triangles are equal to the ratio of product of their corresponding base and height. If two triangles have common or same base, then the ratio of areas of two triangles is equals to the ratio of their corresponding heights. And if two triangles have same height, then the ratio of areas of two triangles is equal to ratio of their corresponding bases. Now here the triangle ABD, triangle ADC and triangle ABC have the same height. Okay, there will be the same height to all three triangles. Therefore, the ratio of areas of these triangles proportionate to their bases, since they have the common height. So we will write here that since triangle ABD, triangle ADC and triangle ABC have same height. Therefore, their ratio of their areas proportionate to their bases. Okay, so here first we have to find the ratio of area of triangle ABD and ADC. To the triangle ABD and ADC, we know that BD is the base of the triangle ABD, DC is the base of the triangle ADC. Okay, so therefore area of triangle ABD upon ADC is equals to BD upon DC, and we know the values of BD and DC given to us. BD is equal to 7, DC we have find 13. So area of triangle ABD upon ADC is equal to 7 by 30. This is the first one. Second one, same again the triangle ABD and triangle ABC are given to us. They have the same height, therefore their area is proportionate to their bases, and base of the triangle ABD is BD and base of the triangle ABC is BC. So therefore area of triangle ABD upon area of triangle ABC is equal to BD upon BC is equal to, as BD is 7 and BC is 20. So the area of triangle ABD upon ABC is equal to 7 upon 20. And the last one, area of triangle ADC upon area of triangle ABC we have to find. Now in these two triangles, again they have the same height, their area is proportionate to their bases, and hence base of the triangle ADC is DC, base of the triangle ABC is BC. So DC upon BC, as DC is 13 and BC is 20. So area of triangle ADC upon area of triangle ABC is equal to 13 upon 20. This is the question number 2. Now let's go towards the third question, which is based on the same concept, the ratio of areas of two triangles. Here you have given Ratio of areas of two triangles with equal height is 2:3. Means the two triangles you have given with the height equal. That is, let's write here with the solution. H1 is equal to H2. This is given. Okay. And the ratio of areas of two triangles, that is area of triangle 1 is to area of triangle 2 is equal to 2:3 with equal height, that is H1 is equal to H2. If base of a smaller triangle is 6 centimeter, now from this you can understand that the first triangle is a smaller one than the second one. So smaller triangle's base, that is B1 is 6 and you have to find the B2. B2 we have to find. We know that area if the area ratio of areas of triangle with same height corresponds to their bases. Okay, so we will write it here. Ratio of areas of two triangles with equal height proportionate to their bases. To their bases. So therefore, area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 is equal to B1 upon B2. Now substitute the values that we know. We know that area of T1 upon area of T2 is equal to 2/3. It is equal to B1 upon B2. B1 is 6 and B2 we have to find. So by doing the cross multiplication, we will get B2 is equal to 6 multiplied by 3 upon 2. That is equal to 6 3s are 18 upon 2, that is equal to 9 units. So base of the second triangle, that is the base of the corresponding base of the bigger triangle is 9 units. Here is the question number 3. Now let's go towards the fourth and fifth example. In the fourth example, you have given that a figure in which angle ABC and angle DCB are of 90 degree here. ABC and DCB are of 90 degree each. Here you have given AB is equal to 6, this DC is equal to 8, and to the triangle ABC, BC is the base, and to the triangle DCB, BC is the base. Means BC is the common base for both the triangle ABC and DCB. So we know that the ratio of areas of two triangles having common or same base is equal to the ratio of their corresponding heights. And as AB perpendicular to BC and DC perpendicular to BC, it means AB and DC are the heights of the triangle ABC and DBC. So in triangle this in this figure you have given two triangles PQS and QRS. Both the triangle have common base QS, and PM is the height of the triangle PQS, RN is the height of the triangle QRS. So let's go towards the solution to find NR. So in triangle PQS and triangle QRS, this QS is common height, common base. QS is common base. And PM perpendicular to QS and RN perpendicular to QS. Therefore, PM and RN are the height of the triangle PQS and QRS respectively. There is no need to write this. So therefore, we can write the ratio of areas of two triangles with common base proportionate to their height. Proportionate to their height. Therefore, area of triangle PQS upon area of triangle QRS is equal to PM upon RN. We know the value of area of triangle PQS, area of triangle QRS, and the value of PM. Okay, and by using it we can find out NR. Okay, so PQS is 100, QRS is 110, PM is 10, and RN we have to find. So by the cross multiplication we will find RN is equal to 110 multiplied by 10 upon 100, that this 0 get cancelled with these zeros, and we will get it is equal to 11. So the length of Rn is 11 centimeter, which is the height of the triangle QRS. This is our question number 5. Now let's go towards the next examples of practice set 1. So this is our sixth question, 6th and 7th I have written here. In the sixth question you have given that the triangle MNT is similar to triangle QRS. Length of altitude drawn from point T is 5 and length of altitude drawn from point S is 9. Find the ratio area of triangle MNT upon area of triangle QRS. Now this is the example based on ratio of areas of similar triangles. Now that as the triangles are similar, you have given length of the altitude. Altitude means nothing but the height. Height of the triangle drawn from point T means it is the height of the triangle MNT. If MNT is the triangle like this, MNT, then this is the altitude of the triangle MNT drawn from point T. It is 5 units you have given, and length of the altitude drawn from point H, QRS. Suppose the QRS is the triangle like this, Q, R and S. Length of the altitude drawn from point S. From this point the altitude is drawn, perpendicular is drawn. This is 9. Okay, means the height of the triangles you have given, and we know that ratio of areas of similar triangle is equal to the ratio of square of their corresponding sides, or equal to their corresponding heights, okay, or equal to their corresponding altitudes. So therefore we will use the concept of ratio of areas of similar triangles and solve this example. Solution. Altitude of triangle M and T is equal to 5. Altitude of triangle QRS is equal to 9. Okay, now by using ratio of areas of similar triangles, what it is? By using the ratio of areas of similar triangle, since triangle M and T is similar to triangle QRS, so therefore we will write here area of triangle M and T upon area of triangle QRS is equals to square of altitude from altitude of triangle M and T whole bracket square upon altitude of triangle QRS whole bracket square. Now substitute the value. Altitude of M and T is 5 square upon QRS is 9 square, so it is equal to 25 upon 81, and hence the value of this ratio, that is area of triangle M and T upon area of triangle QRS is equals to 25 upon 81, and hence the solution. So start with the 7th example. Here you have given that ABC is the triangle, and to the side CA and CB of the triangle DE intersects in two distinct points. Segment D intersect in two distinct points, and that segment D is parallel to the third side of the triangle. So you can use the basic proportionality theorem here. What is the basic proportionality theorem? Says if a line parallel to the third side of a triangle and intersects the remaining two sides in two distinct points, then the sides of the triangle are divided in proportion. Let's use this concept to solve this example. Here you have given that this DE bisects ACA and CB into point DE, and it is parallel to AB. So therefore the ratio CD upon DA is equal to CE upon EB. But we have given that this BC is 6.4. Therefore we will consider that B is equal to X, and hence the C will be 6.4 minus X. So let's start with the solution. In triangle we will consider CAB. Okay, here DE intersects CA and CB in two distinct points. And segment DE is parallel to side AB. Therefore, by using VPT, we will get here CD upon DA is equal to CE upon EB by VPT. Okay, now substitute the value of CD, it is 3. Substitute the value of DA, it is 5. CE, we will consider it as 6.4 minus X because the whole BC is 6.4. Okay, so CE will be 6.4 minus X and DE we will have considered it as X. Now, by the cross multiplication, we can solve this. 3 multiplied by X, that is 3X. 5 multiplied by 6.4, you will get here 32.0, that is 32 minus 5x. Now shift this 5x to this side, you will get here 3x plus 5x is equal to 32. 3x plus 5x is equal to 8x equal to 32. If you divide to the 32 by 8, you will get here 8 4s are 32 and hence the value of x is 4. That is, the value of BE is equal to 4. Hence the solution. So the student, this is our 8th example. In this you have given that the 4 lines are perpendicular to the line AD. Here PA perpendicular to AD, QB perpendicular to AD, RC perpendicular to AD, SD perpendicular to AD. Okay, it means these lines are parallel to each other because we know that by the theorem of perpendicularity, perpendicular lines, two or more perpendicular lines to the single lines are parallel to each other. Therefore, these lines are parallel to each other. So therefore, by using intercept theorem, we will get that the ratio of AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. Ratio AC upon CD is equal to PR upon RS. Ratio AB upon AD is equal to PQ upon PS. So we will use this in the intercept theorem to find the value of PQ, QR and PS. This PQ, QR and RS we have given. But what we have given here? We have given AB is equal to 60. BC is equal to 70 and CD is equal to 80, and to this side only we have given PS. This whole PS we have given it is 280. So here what will we do? We will find out AD here in such by adding AB, BC and CD. So let's write the solution here. Here AB is equal to 60, BC is equal to 70, CD is equal to 80. Implies that AB plus BC plus CD is equal to AD. This implies that AD is equal to 60 plus 70 plus 80. If you add this 60, 70, 80, what will you get here? Here you will get 210. 210. 60 plus 70, it will be 130. 130 plus 80 means 210. Okay. Now, by using intercept theorem, what will we get here? By using intercept theorem, we will get that AB upon BC, AB upon PQ is equals to BC upon QR is equals to CD upon RS is equals to AD upon PS. Now substitute the values that you know. AB 60 upon PQ, BC it is 70 upon QR, CD it is 80 upon RS, and AD we know that AD is 210 and PS we have given it is 280. If you cancel this, it will be equal to 21 upon 28. Now equate each ratio with the last ratio to get the value of PQ, QR and RS. Okay, so 60 upon PQ is equal to 21 upon 28. By the cross multiplication, you will get here 28 multiplied by 60 upon 21. Solve this to get the value of PQ. We know that this is divisible by 3. 3 sevens are 21 and 3 20s are 60. 7 fours are 28. So if you multiply this, you will get here 80. So PQ is 80 units. Then after PQ, to find QR, equate this ratio with the last ratio, that is 70 upon QR is equal to 21 upon 28. By cross multiplication, you will get here 28 into 21 upon 70. 28 into 20, so 28 into 70 upon 21. 70 multiplied by 28 upon 21. We know that this is divisible by 7. 7 threes are 21 and 7 tens are 70. Here you will get 280 divided by 3. If we divide 280 by 3, then you will get here 27 93.3. 93.3. Now to find RS, we will write here 80 upon RS is equal to 21 upon 28. Again by the cross multiplication, we will get RS is equal to 28 multiplied by 80 upon 21. Okay, so do the division again. 7 3s are 21, 7 4s are 28. Okay, and 4 multiplied by 80 is 320 divided by 3. So the solution is 320 by 3. You can write here also you can write that 280 upon 3. 320 by 3. There is no need to find the answer in a decimal point. Okay. So this is our 8th example. Now let's go towards the next example. That is the example number 9. Actually it is activity based question, so we are not going to take it. You try it, and if you have doubt, write me in the comment box for solving the example number 9. So next we are going to solve example number 10. So the student, let's go towards the 10th example. Here you have given that there is a triangle ABC in which bisector of angle B and angle C intersect each other in point X. Line AX intersect side BC in point Y, means AY is the angle bisector of angle A. Okay, and you have given AB is 5, AC is 4, this is 5, AC is 4, and this whole BC is 6. What will we do? We will consider this BY as X, and then this YC will be 6 minus X. Okay, and angle bisector theorem here to find out the value of AX upon XY. This AX upon XY we have to find. We know that if there is an angle bisector, if there is a ray which bisects the angle, then the ratio of AB upon BY, here we will consider triangle ABY, is AB upon BY is equal to AX upon XY. If AY is the angle bisector, then AB upon AC is equal to BY upon YC. So we will use the concept of angle bisector here. Start with the solution. Let in triangle ABC, AY is angle bisector of angle A. Therefore, what will we get here? AB upon AC is equal to AY we have considered. Therefore, AB upon AC is equal to BY upon YC. BY upon YC. Since BY is equal to X implies that YC is equal to 6 minus X. Now substitute the value here. You will get here AB is 5, AC is 4. It is equal to X upon 6 minus X. If you solve this, you will get the value of 30 minus 5 6 are 30 minus 5x is equal to 4x. If you shift this 5x, you will get the 9x equal to 30. So x is equal to 30 upon 9, that is 10 by 3. So the value of by is equal to 10 upon 3. Now if bx is bisector of angle B in triangle ABY, angle B, then in triangle ABY, AB upon BY is equals to AX upon XY. This AX upon XY we have to find. To find this ratio X upon XY, we will find AB upon BY. We know the value of AB, we know the value of BY from 1. So substitute the value of AB here, it is 5, BY it is 10 upon 3, that is equal to AX upon XY. By doing the calculation, you will get the value of AX upon XY is equal to 15 upon 10. By reducing it to lowest form, you will get that both are divisible by 5. 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10. So AX upon XY is equal to 3 by 2 is the solution of the question number 10. AX upon XY is equal to 3 by 2. Hello students, so let's go towards the 11th question. This is the figure of the 11th question. Here you have to prove the result that AP upon PD is equals to PC upon BP. For proving this result, this is the figure given to you that AP upon PD is equal to PC upon BP. This result we have to prove, and for proving this result you have given that quadrilateral ABCD is there. In this quadrilateral ABCD, segment AD is parallel to side BC. Also you have given that diagonal AC and diagonal BD or DB intersect each other in point P. And you have to prove AP upon PD is equal to PC upon BP. Now for proving this result, we use the test of similarity. Okay, the three different tests we have learned: AA test, SAS test, and SSS test of similarity. Among this, any one of the tests we can apply to prove that the result triangle APD is similar to triangle PBC by the test of similarity. If the triangles are similar, then the ratio of their corresponding sides will be equal. Okay, so let's go towards the proof. So to prove this result, AP upon PD is equal to PC upon BP, we have to prove that the two triangles are similar to each other by the test of similarity. Three different tests we have learned. We can apply any one of the tests among that three and prove that the triangles are similar, and if the triangles are similar, then the ratio of their corresponding sides will be equal. So let's go towards the proof part. See here, we will AP and PD. AP and PD are the sides of the triangle APD. Here PC and BP are the sides of the triangle PCB. So we will consider triangle ADP and triangle CBP. So in triangle APD and triangle CPB. Now as AD parallel to BC, then this segment DB will be a transversal for the parallel segment AD and BC. Then the angle ADB is equal to angle CBD by alternate angle test. If the two angles are similar by alternate angle test, then the triangles will be similar to each other by a test of similarity. Similarly here also, if AC is a transversal, then angle DAC is equals to angle BCA by alternate angle test. So here we will write in triangle APD and triangle CPB, we will write here, since AD parallel to BC, since AD parallel to BC and AC is a transversal. This implies that angle DAC is equal to or congruent to angle BCA. Alternate angle test. This implies that angle DAC means nothing but DAP and BCA means nothing but BCP. Since A dash P dash C, we will label this as first result. Now again, if BD is transversal, then angle ADB is equals to angle CBD. Okay, again alternate angle test. This implies then again, as P is the intermediate point of B and D, so it will be equal to ADP is equals to angle CBP, since C dash P dash D second. So from 1 and 2, what will we get? Triangle APD is similar to triangle CPB by a test of similarity. Now, as the two triangles are similar, ratio of their corresponding sides will be equal. But here AP upon CP is equals to PD upon PB. And by the alternando, we will get here AP upon PD is equals to CP upon BP, which is the required result. This is our example number 11. Example that we are not going to take, as it is an activity and I have not taken any one of the activity of the problem set. You have to practice that activity, and if you have any difficulty in solving that, please write me in my comment box. Okay, so let's go towards the 13th example, last example of the problem set. What is that? In it you have given that the vertices of square DEFG, this is the square DEFG, this is the square, means all its sides are equal. Okay, vertices of square DEFG are on the sides of a triangle ABC. See here, on side AB, G vertex is there. On side BC, D and E vertex are there. On side AC, F vertex is there. And angle A is equal to 90 degrees. Means triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. Okay. Now we have to prove that D square is equal to BD multiplied by EC. This result we have to prove. Now for proving this result, what is needed? DE upon here, DE multiplied by DE. It is based on the test of similarity. D square means D multiplied by DE is equal to BD multiplied by EC. Means we have to prove that DE upon BD is equals to EC upon DE. This result we have to prove. For proving this result, we need to show that the two triangles are similar. Means which two triangles we will consider here? Let's see. DE. DE should be the side of the same triangle, but as DE is the side of the square, means it will be equal to GD also and it will be equal to FE also. So we have to consider the triangle GDB. Triangle GBD is similar to triangle, see here, GBD. Then we have to consider triangle FCE or ECF. These two triangles we have to show that the two triangles are similar to each other. Okay. For showing these two triangles are similar to each other, we will use the transitivity property of the test of similarity. What is the transitivity property of the test of similarity? It is, if one triangle is similar to the second one and second one is similar to third one, then obviously the first one is equal to the third one. I have explained this concept in one of my video of test of similarity. So you can go through it for clearing this concept. So let's go towards the proof. First we will prove that the triangle GBD, see here, GBD is similar to triangle this FAG, triangle FAG or FGA. See here, if you are considering here GBD, G, here it is B and here is the D, then you have to consider this angle A should be here, and this is point F and this is point G. Now you have to show that triangle GDB is similar to triangle GFAG. See here, this angle D is of 90 degree, also angle A is of 90 degree, because D is the GD is perpendicular to B, because triangle GD is equal to 90 degree, since the quadrilateral DEFG is a square, therefore angle GD is equal to 90 degree, hence GDB will also be equal to 90 degree. If GDB is 90 degree, also you have given A is equal to 90 degree. These two angles are equal. Now if you observe carefully, then you will see that this GF is parallel to BE or BC. GF जो है वो BC को पैरेलल है. Now if GF is parallel to BC, then this line segment AB is a transversal. This line segment AB is a transversal. Then this angle is equal to this one, that is the pair of corresponding angles. So this angle is G. Okay, and this here is A, point A, and this is F, and here is point B, and here is point D. So AGF is equals to DBG. This AGF is equal to DBG corresponding angles. Since these two lines are parallel, BD is parallel to GF. BD is parallel to GF. Therefore, this angle B is equal to angle G. Therefore, the two triangles are similar to each other by a test of similarity, and that we are going to write here. Okay. Once getting this result that these two triangles are similar, then what will we do? We will show that the triangle CEF is similar to triangle AFG. Triangle CEF is similar to triangle GAF. Okay, and after that we will prove the result by transitivity property. So let's prove this part first. So in triangle GBD and triangle FGA, in triangle GBD and triangle FGA, angle GDB is equals to angle FAG, each of 90 degree. Each of 90 degree. And angle DBG is equals to angle AGF. Angle AGF. We will write here, since GF is parallel to BC and AB is transversal. Okay. Now, therefore, triangle GBD is similar to triangle FGA by a test of similarity. Also, we will write the first equation for this. First result. Now, in triangle, we will consider this triangle, that is triangle FAG, and here we will consider F corresponds to C. Therefore, if you consider FAG, here it will be CEF. CEF, how? See here, angle A and angle E is of each of 90 degree here, and if you consider that GF is parallel to BC and AC is a transversal, then angle AFG is equal to angle FCE by corresponding angles of by corresponding angle test. It will be convenient from the first result. FGA and triangle. If you consider FGA, here you have to consider CFE. Okay. Now see here, in triangle FGA and CFE, angle FAG is equal to angle CEF is equal to each of 90 degree, and angle, see here, now this angle C and F, angle AFG is equal to angle ECF, since again GF parallel to BC and AC is transversal. This is the second result that we have obtained. Now angle FGA is similar to triangle CFE by a test of similarity, and this is the second result. Okay, now from 1 and 2, see here, GBD is similar to FGA, FGA is similar to CFE. Therefore, from 1 and 2, we can write that by the transitivity property. If GBD is similar to FGA, FGA is similar to CFE, then by default GBD is similar to CFE. So the triangle GBD is similar to triangle CFE. GBD is similar to triangle CFE. Now let's go towards the next part. Now as GBD is similar to triangle CFE, then the corresponding parts are of a similar triangles are in same proportion. So we will write here GB upon CF is equal to BD upon FE is equal to GD upon CE. Okay. Now let's see here. EC is needed in the result, that is CE. BD is needed in the result. So we will consider this two ratio. This implies that BD upon FE is equals to GD upon CE. Okay. Now see here, DE, this DE is equals to GD is equals to FE, because GD, DE, EF are the sides of the square. Here GD is equal to GF is equal to DE is equal to EF. Sides of a square. So replace this FE with DE and also this GD with DE. So it will be BD upon DE, FE, this FE is equal to DE and this GD is equal to DE. This implies upon CE, and by the cross multiplication you will get BD multiplied by CE is equal to DE multiplied by DE, and hence BD multiplied by CE is equals to DE square. And in this way we have proved the result DE square is equal to BD multiplied by EC. Hope the result is clear to you. Okay, if you have any doubt you can write me in my comment box. Please watch my videos carefully to understand it. Thank you.